I'm Ellie. I've been in Bristol for about 2 years for university, and I have the classic story of growing up in a church. I went with my mum. I grew up in Cyprus, so it's a very kind of religious country, and so it was never really weird that I was going to church to like the people around me. When I was about 11 at my youth club, that was definitely the first time that I encountered God for myself. I encountered the Holy Spirit, and ever since then I always knew that this is something that I wanted for myself. The relationship with God is something that I wanted for me, not just for my mum. And so I knew that when I came to university, I really wanted to get stuck into a church, and hence I came to Metro. So when I first came to university, my relationship with God was pretty great. It was nice, I loved it. It was pretty flat the last kind of 18 years. And then the last 2 years have definitely been a bit more of a challenge. And it's just made me question my faith a little bit more in a healthy way, I'd say. It's made me have to look deeper into what it is to have kind of challenges in life. Is this coming from God or is this not? And it's made me get stuck into the Psalms. This is something I've been reading a lot lately with David and everything that he kind of goes through. And it's just made me just so much more firm in my faith, because I know that this isn't fake. I know that this isn't just because it makes me feel good. I see baptism as just another way to glorify God, and if I can glorify God in the low moments of my life, I just think it's so much more powerful. I think God will honour it so much more. I think it's amazing to glorify God when we're feeling incredible and when we're on those kind of highs in our faith. But when we're in those real lows, when everything around us is feeling quite chaotic, I just think it's so much more powerful. Our praise is so much more powerful, really. So baptism for me is just another way that I can glorify God in front of my entire community. And if I can glorify Him in the low seasons of my life, in the low seasons of my faith even, I think it's so much more powerful. It has so much more meaning. And I just think it shows a lot more realness to my relationship with God if I can, in these challenging times, look to Him and only Him. I just think it says a lot more about His kind of perseverance and His willingness to have a relationship with us, if we can do that.
My name's David. I've been a Christian my whole life. My parents took me to the church every weekend, and when I was a child, my mum read me bedtime stories from the Bible every night. When I was a teenager, I had a few challenges that people said I'm only a Christian because I've been brought up that way. And so I went and did my own research. I read a lot of literature, a lot of biographies and theology, and I came to the conclusion a few years ago that it was true, and I believe that. Over the last year since I've been in Bristol, my faith's only got stronger. Metro's been amazing at getting me really involved with the church and immersed in it, and that's really helped my faith journey, and I feel like I've really grown. When I share my faith with other people, I've only ever really received positive feedback. Many people who I've invited to church have come to church, and a few of them have responded really well to what they've seen at church and come to be Christians. So I'm so keen to tell people about Jesus and about the opportunity that He gives, because it is a life-saving and life-changing opportunity, and I think it's paramount that everyone who knows the good news tells other people about the good news. So a lot of friends that I've told I'm getting baptised now are surprised that I've waited so long to get baptised, and I think it has been a long time coming, but I'm at the point now where I know what I believe to be true, and I don't think there's any point in waiting longer. And also I'm at a church where I feel completely at home, and I've got great family around me. There's a verse in the Bible where God says, "Never will I leave you, never will I forsake you." And although I haven't lived many years, I feel like I've lived long enough that I know that to be true. And I want to make that statement to anyone who listens, whether it be church, family or friends, that God is the centre of my life.
My name's Yanny. And I haven't been brought up in a Christian household, but my love for singing at the age of about 7 led me to join a local church choir. I stayed there until I was about 16 years old before doing GCSEs, and at that point I walked away from faith quite a bit. Before moving to Reading for university this year, I had never really had any Christian friends before. And I didn't really mind that, actually. I kind of thought faith was between me and God, so what does it matter, the people around me? But this year at university, I've made so many friends of faith, and it's utterly changed my life. I'm really, really blessed to have a great group of people around me who teach me, encourage me, challenge me, pray with me, and spiritually I've grown more than I ever thought I could due to the people that God has put in my life. And I honestly feel like God's pressed the fast forward button in my walk with him. I labelled myself as a Christian, but I don't think I really practiced it. And church stayed in church, and the rest of my life was incredibly different. But this year, it's been about making God part of my everyday life and making it a 24/7 thing. I want to get baptised because I feel like it's something we're called to do as Christians, but I want to make that public declaration that I'm dedicating my life to Jesus now, and permanently, not a season. And this time it just feels like I'm here to stay, and I can't wait to see what Jesus does through me for the rest of my life.